Before I plug that in, anything you and I say back and forth is going to be going over the web screen. So why don't you let me know what your cell number is, and I'll text if I need to say anything to you.
Seconds.
The following is a presentation of Dakota Radio Group Sports and DRGnews.com.
River 92.7 is proud to present coverage of Lady Gov Sports. To hear this broadcast online, log on to DRGnews.com. Now, with the pregame, here's Brian Oakland.
And thank you very much. A good Thursday evening, everybody. A night of high school volleyball coming your way as the Pierre Lady Governors take to the road to take on the old district opponent up in Aberdeen, the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, two teams that saw each other no more than it seems like 10, maybe 12 days ago, Aberdeen came to Pierre, saw the Lady Govs take game number 1, but the Golden Eagles took games 2, 3, and 4 and walked out of there with their 4th straight victory at the time. A 3-1 winner. Good to have you with us. The Lady Govs coming in off of a win over Douglas on Saturday at Riggs High Gym. But we'll see if they can turn the tide and maybe get a win on the road at Aberdeen, as Aberdeen did at Riggs High Gym. With Brady Roseland back in our Dakota Radio Group studios, Brian Oakland in for Rod Fisher once again here this evening. And Lady Governor Volleyball brought to you on your official home of the Govs and Lady Govs, the stations of the Dakota Radio Group by Bank West and also by Arby's Restaurant, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center by Montana Dakota Utilities, May Adam, First Dakota National Bank, Lynn's Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds and Associates, and the Putz Corporation. Our coverage of Lady Governor Volleyball also sponsored by the Donut Shop, Edgewood Senior Living, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Gators Pizza, Pasta, and Subs, by TMA, the Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center, and by your sports marketing sponsors, including Gateway Ford, Lincoln Toyota, Overhead Door, the Dairy Queen, Avera Medical Group, Beck Motors, and by the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC. Tonight's game brought to you within the broadcast as well by the Becky Pottseba State Farm Insurance Agency, Smith Plumbing, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Olson Plumbing, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, by Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Leiden & Associates, McDonald's, Hermanson Endodontics, by Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service of Pierre. Keep up to date with the scores of tonight's games with the Gales Gas Service scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre with their budget plan, and keep full service to help you stay warm all season long. Should be a good one. The Lady Governor's getting a little bit excited to get going. It's kind of a nice turnaround for them, having they might feel let one slip away. They started off with such a good rhythm in their first matchup against these Golden Eagles with a 25-16 first set victory. Then Aberdeen Central came back and kind of trounced the Lady Governors 25-12 in the second. They had a close one, 25-23, won by Aberdeen in the third. And as Aberdeen won the last 3 points of that third set, they seemed to just keep the momentum on in full high gear. And they trounced the Lady Govs in Game 4, 25-9. So a 3-1 set win for the Golden Eagles that night. That was their 4th straight victory, but they have since lost 2 in a row here on their home gym floor in 4 sets to Watertown last Tuesday, and then this past Tuesday they lost in 5 to the Huron Tigers. 2 good teams, but Aberdeen Central also a pretty good team. The Lady Governors would like to prove themselves to be in that class of these good teams that are in the ESD conference right now. We'll take an opening 2-minute timeout. Our pregame show brought to you by the Becky Pottseba State Farm Insurance Agency. When we come back, we'll take a look at the ESD standings. We've got keys to success, conversations with both head coaches, starting lineups, and a whole lot more, and including taking a look at what else is going on in South Dakota in Class AA volleyball tonight and through the rest of the weekend as well. So a full pregame coming up from Becky Pottseba State Farm, and we're back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Volleyball and River 92.7, DRGnews.com, and we do have the live stream running on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to River 92.7. You'll be able to see as well as hear this match from Aberdeen on YouTube.com.
When a coach understands a player's strengths, developing a winning strategy is easy. That's also true with the team at Pottseba State Farm Insurance. They know your insurance and financial situation isn't exactly like anyone else's, but like a great coach, they help you create a strategy to meet your individual needs. See your local team at Pottseba State Farm Insurance, 1315 East Wells and Pierre, or call 224-4173.
Our category this time is sandwich at Arby's.
Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Wait till the sun shines, Nelly.
What? I just read you the category. It's a sandwich at Arby's.
Well,
how dumb are you people?
Pat, let's break for lunch. I've got a smokehouse beef short rib sandwich from Arby's for you. Smoked beef short rib with crispy onions, cheddar cheese, and barbecue sauce on Texas toast.
Try beef short rib and other smokehouse sandwiches at Arby's today. They have the meats.
I think I can solve it now.
The River Center Cafe, located inside the Ramkota Hotel in Pierre, has been delighting taste buds for years. Whether you want breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the River Center Cafe is the place to go. They're now featuring a brand new menu with delicious new entrees, as well as favorites like the Hawaiian chicken salad. The Ramkota Hotel is remodeling and has a fresh new look. They invite you in to see the progress. It's been the gathering place for years. The River Center Cafe, located inside the Ramkota Hotel in Pierre. Relaxing dining with a view of the Missouri River.
Smith Plumbing is here for you and your family. You deserve better quality and customer service for your plumbing needs. So call us, 224-4770. Our family has been plumbing this area since 1961, so our name has been shared with experienced and trusted plumbing for nearly 60 years. Today, we're in our third generation, so we'll be here to take care of you now and in the future. Smith Plumbing is a name you know and trust for your plumbing needs, so call us today at 224-4770, and we'll take care of you.
We're back at Golden Eagle Arena inside Aberdeen Central High School. Brian Oakland with you in place of Rod Fisher tonight. Lady Governor Volleyball coming your way. You just heard from Smith Plumbing in Pierre, and we appreciate Smith Plumbing's efforts in sponsoring our broadcast booth. Tonight's Lady Governor Volleyball broadcast originates from the Smith Plumbing broadcast booth. Usually here in Aberdeen, we sit courtside, and we have a great view of it, but now for a better view for our camera angle, as we've got the video stream set up, we've moved on up to the upper corner of one of the arenas, or one of the corners of the arena here, our hospitality area when they have big state tournament events in this arena. So we've got a real good view. We've got the camera up and running, and a different place for the Smith Plumbing broadcast booth for our coverage of Lady Governor Volleyball here in Aberdeen. So broadcast booth from Smith Plumbing. Let's start our pregame, brought to you by the Pottsville State Farm Insurance Agency. We'll give you a look at the ESD in just a little bit, but I want to get our coaches' interviews out of the way, so we're going to go with Keys to Success, which are sponsored, of course, by as we get set. Well, first of all, before we do that, we want to remind you, too, as you are on your way to or from the games, make sure the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to avoid this with death. Always plan a designated driver and buckle up every trip, every time from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Time for Keys to Success. We'll hear from Dennis Northrup from Aberdeen Central in a little bit. We'll start with Chris Swiden of the Pierre Lady Governors and see what's going on in Lady Governor land. Keys to Success are sponsored by Olson Plumbing in Pierre. Chris Swiden, Lady Governor, head coach, going to Aberdeen. Coach, it wasn't that long ago that you saw Aberdeen. They beat you in 4 a couple of weeks ago. Since then, a couple of matches. One, a down match at Harrisburg on the road. You did get Douglas last Saturday back home, and I think that was a good match, maybe to get some other people in. You built some confidence, and maybe with a straight set win, coming back on the road against this Aberdeen team, maybe you're ready to go a little bit more tonight.
Yeah, I mean, a 12-day turnaround is pretty short, but you just got to get out there and play, and we saw some things, and we were really successful. I thought that first set against Aberdeen when we played them is probably the best that we've looked all season. It's just about sustaining that and doing the little things it takes to beat a quality opponent like Aberdeen.
You beat them 25-16, and you're right. I mean, from where I was, and that was just the first match I'd seen this team play all year, but things were just gelling so well, and I don't know, did you feel like Aberdeen made the adjustments? And you always have to make the adjustments in the middle of a match to try to stay on top.
Yeah, they made some adjustments to us, and we didn't adjust to them. They were able to do some things offensively, tip into that short left front of ours, and we weren't quite able to get that. And they probably got 12 points off of that in the match, and that's a big difference when you're losing a close set like the third one was, to give up some easy points that we need to be able to pick up.
They've always got that big net presence with a lot of height, and when you play Aberdeen, it's when you're on offense, you got to find a way to angle through their block, and I thought that the girls did a pretty good job of that for the most part last time.
We did, especially the first set, and in that third set, there's a lot of things that we did well offensively, and part of that was the timing between the hitter and the setter, and going up and not being afraid of that block, because you can tool it, you can cut around it, there's lots of things that you can do, but you can't be afraid of it. You got to go and take what they give you and make the adjustments that we need to make, and it just came down to a couple of little things in that third set, and if they go our way, it could be a big difference.
On paper, I think there's a lot of similarities between Pierre and Aberdeen this year, which is kind of hard to believe given the history. But it was still funny, I thought, in 3 out of the 4 sets that we played against them, there was 3 blowouts in there, and 2 went their way and 1 went your way.
We're both pretty young teams if you look at it. We only have 2 seniors. I think they're in about the same boat. A lot of sophomores and juniors playing, and you're going to have those ups and downs with young players.
And obviously, so now getting them again here on such a short turnaround, I think this is just one of those opportunities. There's no surprises. You just go out and play and see what happens, and hopefully you get a little rhythm going.
Yeah, rhythm and confidence are going to go a long way. It's just with the girls, and they know they're capable of doing it. It's a matter of putting one foot in the other and doing your job and executing at a high level.
This isn't a case where somebody's going to try something different. They're just, I think Coach Northrup's just going to be worried about what his team's doing, just the same as you're worried about what you're doing. You can't really game plan against anybody right now.
No, we know who they have and where they're going with it, and they're saying the same thing. We've just seen them. We know what they're doing. But it comes down to execution, and when the moment gets tough, who can focus on the process and do the little things to take care of it.
All right, we'll see if the Lady Govs can be that team tonight, Coach. Good luck. Thanks tonight.
All right, thank you.
Keys to success from the head coach, Chris Swyden of the Pierre Lady Governors, are brought to you by Olson Plumbing in Pierre, and we've heard the Pierre side. We'll hear from the Aberdeen side as well after you hear this from Olson Plumbing in Pierre.
The cold winter wind sends a chill down your back. You head inside for hot chocolate and a warm-up next to your Heatilator fireplace from Olson Plumbing. Heatilator gas fireplaces are designed to add style and efficient heating to any living space, both indoors and out. Whether you're creating a traditional or modern space, Olson Plumbing in Pierre has the perfect product to make your room truly glow. Heatilator gas fireplaces are built to last with distinct style, efficiency, and quality, all at an affordable price. For more information on Heatilator gas fireplaces, contact Olson Plumbing of Pierre.
All right, time for more Keys to Success with Dennis Northrup, the head coach of Aberdeen Central. Coach, it hasn't been too long since we last spoke, just a couple of weeks ago. Since then, a couple of matches, and you got a four-set win in Pierre the last time we saw each other, but a couple of tough matches against a couple of pretty good teams in the ESD, Watertown and Huron, and you take them more than 3 sets, a 4 and a 5, but still coming up short. How's the team feeling about the way things have gone since we last saw each other?
Well, like you said, Watertown's a very good volleyball team. They got a lot of athletes, and the Teats girl in the middle is really good, and their setter's good, their libro's good. They're just really pretty good. We actually played pretty well that night. We got a game from them. We could have, we just didn't really have enough weapons to slow them down, and they're just pretty good. The one with Huron the other night, we had that one. All we have to do is finish the match. We're up 12-8 in the 5th, and we just quit going to what was working for us. We just made some mental errors, and we just didn't finish that one either. But on another note, their record's really good. They just beat Mitchell the other night, and so they're 7-2 or 8-2, something like that. So, if we'd have got that one, we'd have been in a pretty good place. We just need to pick up a couple wins here and there on those kind of teams.
Yeah, I mean, I know Pierre's feeling the same way, but Huron's one of those teams that they just seem to always know how to finish. To me, I mean, it seems like that's always one of those matches. You go in there, you think you might be able to get a chance at it, and you think you got them, but then they're a pretty good rallying team, and another tough team, another season that they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. Their libero keeps them in a lot of matches. She's so good. And then they got the lefty, the hitter, and she gets swings from everywhere, and you got to figure out how to stop her, and we didn't do that. We gave up 30 kills to her, and we just weren't able to figure out where she was coming from, and we weren't paying attention enough to her. And I don't know how I could emphasize enough what our keys to that match were, other than watching her and finding out where she's at all the time. Just one that got away. We got to, we're still trying to find ourselves a little bit. We got new seniors this year, and we just got to find out who our leaders are and who wants to get it done when it's time.
All right, so quirk of the schedule and a quick turnaround with Pierre. I mean, I'm sure the way things went in what was your 4th straight win at the time in Pierre, still pretty fresh in your mind. There's not going to be too many surprises in this one.
No, not many surprises. Yeah, we've seen a little film. I mean, our match and their match, and we just are going to match up. We're going to see where we can find some ways to beat them, and we'll take advantage of those. And I'm sure that they'll do adjustments along the way too.
Pierre got you in that first set, but you made some adjustments, and I mean I think that's the key to success always, is just what kind of adjustments can you make on the fly.
Yep, absolutely. AA level, everybody knows what everybody's going to do, and you got to figure out how to get your kids in the right spot to try to slow the other team down.
Well, if you can, what were the things that were causing problems, and what if anything did you do different in that match?
In that first match, it was just like Pierre came out with a lot of intensity. They were going fast. They were hitting the ball hard. They were in the right places. We were just groggy from getting off the bus. We weren't where we needed to go, and we just said, all right, let's just settle down and let's set a block in front of what they're doing. And then they kind of started making some errors, and we started getting some blocks, and so we just kind of turned the momentum just basically with our blocking.
I think it's got to be great when you see the girls kind of retool, restart, and you can see the mental change in the game in addition to what's going on the court.
Yep, and that's it, and it's kind of like the match with Huron. I mean, we 25-12 them the first game. They come back and just squeak by 25-23, and that was a match that we played from behind the whole way. But we had the ability to come back. We were down like 21-16, I think, and we get it tied up. And then how volleyball is. You better get that last point or you don't get it, And so we have the ability. We're just still figuring out. I have a young setter, and when we get to critical times, she's still trying to figure out. And it's just a slow process. She knows where I want her to go, but sometimes she just forgets and gets a little nervous and sets the easy one, when that's really not what we had in the game plan.
All right. So your keys to success tonight, then?
We just got to take care of ourselves. We got to pass the ball well, pass out of serve receive. That was kind of the deal with Huron. It was not very good serve receive on both teams' side. And so right now at this point in our season, serve receive is the number one emphasis. We're going to get a block up, and then we're going to take whichever swing we can get.
Okay. All right, Coach. Appreciate your time. As always, good luck tonight.
All right. Thank you.
Veteran head coach Dennis Northrup of the Aberdeen Central Lady Golden Eagles. His comments and keys to success, sponsored by Olson Plumbing in Pierre. We talked a little bit about the last two opponents they played, Huron and Watertown. Watertown actually leading the ESD standings with a 5-0 mark. Huron's in second place at 5-1. They've actually won 5 matches in a row and are 9-2 overall in the season. Watertown's 7-4 overall, but all losses are non-conference. Mitchell's in third at 3-1. Brandon Valley, who we'll see on Tuesday night into the next week, is 2-2. Brookings 2-3. Then comes Aberdeen at 1-2 ahead of the Harrisburg Lady Tigers, and then Pierre still looking for their first conference victory. They're 0-3. Yankton is at 0-4. The schedule tonight has, in addition to Pierre at Aberdeen, Yankton is at Huron tonight. Mitchell hosting Sioux Falls Roosevelt in non-conference action. Brandon Valley is at Watertown in the ESD. Meanwhile, Brookings is at Marshall, Minnesota, and Harrisburg hosting Sioux Falls, Washington in non-conference matches. Pierre will be hosting Mitchell on Saturday, 7 o'clock. We'll have the coverage here on River 92.7 Saturday night. Hope you can join us for that. And Aberdeen will be at Yankton. That's the other volleyball going on this weekend in the ESD. 2-minute break. Your starting lineups are coming up. Our Potsdam State Farm Insurance pregame continues in 2 minutes. This is Lady Governor Volleyball.
Hey, new guy. Shovel, right?
Yeah, right. I'm not exactly new. I've seen some action.
Yeah, what's your story?
Hey, my last gig, I nearly got electrocuted, almost drowned. That guy never called 811 to see if it was safe to dig.
Our guy calls every time he digs.
It's quick and easy. Any tool can do it. Calling 811 gets your underground utility lines marked for free.
Hey, safe digging is no accident. Always call 811 before you dig.
This message brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, in the community to serve. The attorneys at May Adam Law Firm have been serving South Dakotans statewide since 1881. Whether you have questions about family law, you want an estate plan, you need legal advice on a business deal or an agricultural transaction, or you've been injured in an accident, the May Adam lawyers will represent you in life's most important decisions. We are located in Pierre and have been traveling across the state protecting our clients' legal rights. Call May Adam at 224-8803 and ask for Katie, or visit our website, mayadam.net.
Today, the average person spends more time researching their TV purchases than they spend researching their mortgage options. TVs are pretty complex, but have you ever tried to read a mortgage contract? Think about it. Shouldn't we be giving at least as much consideration to a 30-year loan as we do a 50-inch screen? At First Dakota, we believe that the more a home buyer knows, the better the home buying experience. Home loans from First Dakota National Bank. We love answering questions. Visit firstdakota.com. First Dakota is an equal opportunity lender.
Do you know about the Good Neighbor Pharmacy at Lynn's Dakota Mart? It's a convenient place to have your prescriptions filled, especially when you can shop for groceries, sporting goods, and all your needs, while the Good Neighbor Pharmacy fills your prescription. Lynn's Dakota Mart and Good Neighbor Pharmacy offer free delivery and mail out. You're not a number, you're a neighbor at the Good Neighbor Pharmacy inside Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre.
Back at Aberdeen Central, Brian Oakland with the Pierre Lady Governors getting ready to go against the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, continuing our pregame. And again, our video feed up and running. You can see and hear this match on youtube.com. Subscribe to the River 92.7 channel as we give you the starting lineups in this one, coming your way from Envirotech Waste Services for the Lady Governors, looking like this with the setter, Hallie Gronlund, the senior at 5'7", setting up for the hitters, including Reagan Wiebe, the sophomore at 5'8" on the outside, also Addie Smith, who's been hitting well, 5'8" junior, and Cody Severin, a junior, at 5'8". In the middle, the Lady Govs will bring Emery Hess, who can hit from the outside or the middle. She's a 5'8" junior, and Kenzie Gronlund will try to put that middle block up and maybe get some hits in the middle as well, a sophomore at 5'9". For the Lady Governors, it's Gronlund, along with Hess, Smith, Severin, and Wiebe, the starting rotation. Abby Kitts is the libero, a 5'4" senior, and the Lady Govs will bring in Kenzie Cuxhouse, a 5'7" junior, maybe Hannah Jerome for some defensive back row play, a junior at 5'4" as well. Pierre Haute, head coach by Chris Swiden, assisted by Tiffany Stoser, your Envirotech starting lineups. Let's hear from Envirotech, and we're back for the Golden Eagles starters as we continue this Lady Governor pregame.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what's handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. And if you need a second dumpster for whatever, just call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online, envirotechwaste.com. Remember, Envirotech has you covered.
And our Envirotech starting lineups for the home team tonight, the Lady Golden Eagles of Aberdeen Central, coming in with a record of 4-3, looking this way with their setter, a sophomore at 5'8", is Grace Myrie. The hitters that she'll set up to will include Madeline Deedy, a 5'10" junior, and she'll hit from the outside, as will Brooklyn Kusler, a sophomore at 6 feet. Lady Gov's going to have to stop her in particular tonight, as well as Cassidy Goff, a very good outside hitter at 5'11", Cassidy, a senior. The middle hitters are Brooklyn Hofer, a 6-foot senior, and Lexi Lefebvre, a 5'10" senior. For Aberdeen Central, who bring Lefebvre, Deedy, Myrie, Kusler, Hofer, and Goff in the starting rotation, subbed in the back row by Kaylee Fouth, the defensive specialist, the libero. She is a sophomore at 5'4". Other names we'll hear and faces we'll see include Hannah Kyle, a 5'9" sophomore, and Harley Hermanson, a 5'4" senior, in the back row as well. For the Golden Eagles, head coached by Dennis Northrup, assisted by Jackie Bindenagel, Steph Daly, Taylor Roselle, and Kayla Nicholson. Those are your Envirotech starting lineups. For the other starting lineup we have to give to you, it's brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, as they are the law on the court. It's the naming of tonight's game officials, licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school volleyball. And tonight's Law on the court is Janelle Honke and Eric Gerlach. They'll be manning the net. We did not get the names of the line judges, but they've got some local line judges here, and they're also licensed to work high school volleyball as well. Our Law on the court, Janelle Honke and Eric Gerlach, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Well, all that's left is the national anthem, and then we serve it up here in Aberdeen Central. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and we're back for Pierre Lady Governor Volleyball on KGFX FM Pierre, River 92.7, the official home of the Governors and Lady Governors, also online at drgnews.com.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
Hi, I am Slade Weller, and I am Pitts Corporation's local branch manager. Pitts Corporation is a commercial architecture, construction management, and construction company serving South Dakota for over 65 years. I am a local peer and have over 20 years of construction experience. With architects, estimators, project managers, superintendents, and a quality group of trade professionals on staff, Pitts Corporation is ideally set up to assist you with future building needs. Please call 223-2440 or stop by our office on Airport Road to set up your initial free consultation.
The Donut Shop on the top of Euclid in Pierre is closed until further notice. The folks at the Donut Shop are big supporters of high school athletics, especially the Pierre Governors and Lady Governors, and they'd like to wish the Governors and Lady Governors the best of success in all of their sporting endeavors during this season. Once again, the Donut Shop is closed until further notice, but they want the Governors and Lady Governors to know they're behind them all the way.
Though we are still enjoying long summer days and plenty of summer heat, fall is right around the corner. Hi, this is Steve Bass from Edgewood and Pierre. Don't wait until it's too late to make arrangements for your loved one for the approaching cold winter months. We are now offering $10,000 off the first year in our private memory care apartments and $6,000 off our studio and one-bedroom apartments in assisted living. To learn more about this limited time offer or schedule a tour, call 494-3400. Again, that's 494-3400. Edgewood, this is home.
Now we're back in Aberdeen, ready to go. Lady Governors, Golden Eagles, shaking hands. Coaches Chris Swyden and Dennis Northrup exchanging pleasantries in front of the scorers table across the way. And we're about set to get going. Lady Governors in road green tonight with the white numbers, black trunks. It'll be, as you follow this one, hitting from far court to near or from right to left, if that's your preference. The Lady Golden Eagles are in their home whites with the royal blue numbers, gold trim, and black trunks. Still return from left to right or from the near court to the far. Once again, maybe watch this game, see it, as well as hear this game that we give to you on our YouTube channel at youtube.com, and subscribe to River 92.7. In fact, subscribe to all of our Dakota Radio Group stations, and you'll be able to see and hear all of our broadcasts that we've got coming up, including Governor football coming your way tomorrow night. Of course, you can see that through the Pierre. Since the Governors will be on the road at Brookings, you'll have to see that through our YouTube channel once again tomorrow, just like you'll be able to see this one here from Aberdeen tonight. Governors and Brookings with Rod Fisher on the call. From Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium tomorrow, 6:25 pregame. Grace Myrie set to go. Our Comtech opening serve of the match is up and across to the Lady Governors. Didn't quite get a system, but they get a punch away from the back row. Golden Eagles will set up as Abby Kitts will dig out Brooklyn Kusler from the left side. Now the Lady Govs attack from their left corner, but Cody Severin will come up a little bit short and hit one into the net. So first point of the night in rally scoring goes to Aberdeen Central. Every serve resulting in a point, regardless of who gets the better end of that deal. Lady Govs get a good setup here. This one will sail out of bounds, so Severin overcompensated as she ended up on the right side of the net. Hit one low, hit one long, and A 2-0 start with a couple of miscues by the Lady Govs in favor of Aberdeen Central. Myrie goes again, hitting with the southpaw just to the right of the center of the back line. Back row, it's coming back with it, and a nice dump in there as the top spin comes down. And it's Kenzie Cuxhouse who starts in the back row. So a back row attack, good for the junior Kenzie Cuxhouse. Good athletic player to play basically in all corners. Here's a good setup for Lexi Lefebvre, though, for Aberdeen Central. Bumps that spike, and they get a good return of serve. And a 3-1 lead as they will rotate with Cassidy Goff to serve. Cassidy from right in the middle of the back end line, played up by Severin. Kitts has to get a bump pass up. Lady Governors aren't really getting their good passes up to the net as of yet. Meanwhile, Brooklyn Kusler gets a good shot for the Eagles, and she'll angle one from left to right out of the reach of Kitts, and a 4-1 lead for the Golden Eagles. Kusler, who was our player of the game in the last broadcast we did with the Golden Eagles just less than 2 full weeks ago. It's a good start here. Couple of trips over the net, and the Lady Govs get a good setup. Emery Hess will hammer one home from the left side as both teams tried to dig, and they ended up both going across the net. So Pierre with a side out, and they'll serve 2-4. They got it across. Now a nice block up by Hess. It stays on the Eagles' side. Little trouble, but they'll get one in with a free ball. Pierre with a chance, but that first pass didn't go where they wanted it to. And then Gronlund got it back. Whether that was Gronlund or Reagan Wiebe got it back in the area of Cody Severin, but Cody from the back row unable to hit it across. So 1 and done for Pierre. Severin having some struggles so far and keeping the ball in play. Kitts will play up the Goff serve. There's a good shot. That's Hess at her best. Right there in the middle. Good setup by Hallie Gronlund. Hess didn't have to hang very long in the air before she was able to hit that one home. Emery's got 2 kills. And it's 3 serving 5 for the Lady Govs. Wiebe will serve from the far court. Hitting in our direction, played up by Kusler. Up to Myrie, the setter, outside on the left. Dug by the Lady Govs. It's over the net, but Aberdeen Central tried to tap it over. Nothing doing. Here is Kenzie Gronlund's first swing from the middle, and that will go long. Hitting errors have been something that have really plagued the Lady Govs lately. We've seen them with some games, individual games within matches where they may only have 1 or 2 or 3, which is a very good number, but when they start getting up around 10, that's when things need to be shored up a little bit. And they'll have to start trying to keep things in play. Here's Addie Smith with a good kill, though. Good angle down for Addie. And Aberdeen Central built up a 5-point lead, now 3 serving 7. As Hannah Jerome will check in to serve. Right to left has it away. There's a block by the Lady Govs, and that's good for the point. The solo block, the ace block. Well, it's actually Addie Smith and Kenzie Gronlund both there. Well, why don't we go double block? Give them both the benefit of the doubt. That's the first service point for the Lady Govs tonight. And before Hannah Jerome will serve, Aberdeen Central will make a substitution. Out is Madeline Deedy. In is Tori Neville to play the back row. She's a 5'4" junior. Down the sideline goes Jerome on the serve. Another block presence there for Gronlund, but this one stays on her side of the net. That'll be a swinging kill, I believe, for Brooklyn Hofer over on the right side. Now Kusler will rotate to serve. Actually, the score, if you can see that on YouTube, is wrong. I think it should be 4-7, but here's a kill out on the left side. Severin finally gets her first one to go. I think the last point in the previous point to this last one, I thought they gave it to Pierre when it should have gone to Aberdeen on the side out. Right now the scoreboard says 7-6, which is better than 8-5 if you're the Lady Govs. Here's a, almost a misplay of the return of serve, but the Eagles get it across, and now a setup for Addie Smith, who is denied by Brooklyn Hofer with the ace block in the middle. And they've got 8-6 on the board for the Golden Eagles. Kaylee Fouth will serve. She's wearing black on black with the white numbers and blue trim. There's a shot down the line, and that is Addie Smith. That's what Addie is really comfortable with, from the right side. She loves to hit it straight down the line. Maybe eventually teams will clue into that, and they'll defend her accordingly, but it's where she's been getting an awful lot of points lately. Here's a hit that lays for a moment on the nets, and then it heads over, and a good setup. Severin now with 2 swings in a row, good for both with kills. Cody Severin ties this thing up when the Golden Eagles were up 7-2 at one point. At least according to the scoreboard. Here's Kuzler, who had to backpedal in the back row. She will misfire in the net, and suddenly the Lady Govs have their first lead of the night, 9-2. Addie Smith in serve will go down that right sideline, played up by Neville. Good pass to the setter, and a slide that is denied by Emery Hess and company. Now a free ball away from Aberdeen. The Lady Govs with a setup. Gronlund in the middle for Hess, off the block and good. I think the Eagles were in the net anyway. Kill for Pierre. And the Lady Governors, who got off to a bit of a sluggish start, finding that rhythm, maybe gaining a little confidence. 2 words that we talked with Coach Swiden about that are so important. Here's a good serve by Addie Smith that is misplayed by the Aberdeen back line. That's our first ace of the night from either squad. And Addie Smith will get the credit for it. 5 in a row for the Lady Govs as they lead 11-8. How about it? Second verse, same as the first. This one runs up high on Brooklyn Kuzler, unable to duck away from it. As that one goes off the upper body and out of bounds. 2 aces in a row for Addie Smith. And a good swing here. Myrie tried to get the Lady Govs caught off guard. Good swing, but a little bit long. Another hitting error for the Golden Eagles, and our first timeout of the match will be called by Aberdeen Central as the Lady Govs have run off 7 unanswered points, and they lead Aberdeen 13-8. Timeouts on the floor, and our broadcasts are brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. So grab a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Governor Volleyball.
This Governor Sports Moment is brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre. 2013 marked the return of Pierre Governor basketball to the ranks of state champions. The Governors opened the 2012-13 season, losing 4 of their first 6 games by a total of 10 points. But they turned their season around, losing only once by 1 point in January and February, and went through the postseason undefeated to become the 4th state champion in Pierre basketball history. The 2012-13 Governor basketball team, one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment has been brought to you by Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Back in Aberdeen, 13-8. Lady Govs looking strong so far here in the first set, but a good timeout used as the Golden Eagles will set up Cassidy Goff for the outside left. Cassidy's first swing that comes up roses for the Golden Eagles. And a much-needed side out after the Lady Govs did run off 7 unanswered points. Down 8-6, they took a 13-8 lead. Now 9 serving 13 as we've completed our first full rotation. On the Golden Eagles side, Grace Myrie, the setter, will serve it away. Hannah Jerome played it up. It stayed in the back row, but Kitts with a good pass up front. They got it away. Now Dede will swing from the left side on the run. Nothing doing. Kenzie Cuxhouse has to clear for Pierre from the back row, and a bit of a free ball. Goff will swing now for the Golden Eagles. Dug by Jerome, but back to the Aberdeen side. Goff will try again, and boy, that almost looked like a so-called catch and throw. But Goff will get credit for the kill here as it hit the Pierre block and went straight on down. Cassidy kind of had to reach back for that. That's why it was, in my opinion, a little bit of a questionable call, but it is their home floor. That's the kind of calls you'll get sometimes. That's the way it is. 10 serving 13. Pierre has a block. Now they've got it back. Given to them. Gronlund will set up. Hess in the middle. Rather, that's Reagan Wiebe. Good run down, but a free ball returned by the Eagles. Gronlund will try again. Blocked by the Eagles. Hess, Wiebe keeps it alive. Kitts is there to Severin on the tap. Tapped back. Now Pierre with a chance. Second hit. Swing from the back row, and Kenzie Cuxhouse will hit it a little strong. So a 5th hitting error for the Lady Govs. It looked like over the course of that rally, that probably should have been a point that Pierre should have been able to collect, but they were unable to keep it down in play. Cuxhouse lunges in front of Kitts to return the serve. Abby with a good run down to get it back to Cuxhouse. They got it out of there, but Aberdeen Central able to get something set up to Lefebvre, and she will swing and score from the middle. Into and down below the Pierre block on the Lady Govs side, so the Golden Eagles have countered with 4 in a row after a 7-point run for Pierre. Myrie swings and serves again, but this one will go long. Good court awareness by the back row of the Lady Governors. It's the first service error from either team, and, last time we had these two teams, which wasn't very long ago, less than 2 weeks ago, it would be 2 weeks ago this coming Saturday that these two teams played in Pierre. Here's a swing, but a block. Swing by Goff, and the block for Reagan Wiebe. Ace block for the Lady Govs, but the last time we saw these two teams, Aberdeen Central, did have their serving woes at times. This is a team that is always a very aggressive serving team, so they will miss both low and long, but this is their first one. Here's a big shot from the left side for Emery Hess. That one wasn't just hit hard, it was hit loud. Emery with 4 kills to get things going here. The Lady Govs back on the attack. And it's an ace let go by the Eagles in the left corner. Right down in front of us here. The single, good for Cody Severin. Pierre with 3 aces so far. They lead 17-12. Eagles will play up the serve, but they can only tap it away. Hess will get the first hit, goes out to the left side, tries to angle one back in. It's in the front row. Dug out by Goff. She'll get it right back from her setter. Nice dig there. Cuxhouse kept alive by Gronlund. Pierre got it out, but Aberdeen still on the attack. And Lexi Lefebvre will kill it home. That one from the middle to the back left corner. Side out Aberdeen Central. Lady Govs still lead by a 17-13 count as Goff serves it up. Kitts with a good pass. Gronlund on the retreat out to the outside. Had to push it back to the middle. Cuxhouse swings, but there's another block for the Eagles up front. I'm going to give this one to Lefebvre out of benefit of the doubt. Goff will rotate to serve. 14-17. Actually, that was a service point for Goff. There's a nice little punch with the palm. Good for Kenzie Cuxhouse. Bit of a delayed call. Kuzler almost got a hand in front of that, but it certainly sounded like a short hop, and it was. So Kenzie Cuxhouse scores her second kill with a little finesse this time. Hallie Gronlund serves for Pierre with a 4-point lead. 18-14, still a long way to go. With Pierre getting closer and closer and playing well here after a slow start in this first set. Aberdeen will have a free ball at the net, but Kuzler tried to tap it home with a left-hander. Follow-through brings the net down, and an easy call for Janelle Honke down there on the scorer's table side of the net. So point for Pierre, and a 5-point lead as Gronlund serves it away. Free ball back, nothing on the return by the Golden Eagles. Pierre with a setup, and this one is down on the sideline, according to the line judge. So Aberdeen got a block up there from Brooklyn Kuzler. 3 blocks here for Aberdeen Central. Their defense is ever present all the time. And what I mean, it's ever present each time they play, and also every time they play, it seems, despite the redundancy that we had. But we get back at it. Eagles put it in play. Pierre playing well once again. A swing for Reagan Wiebe, right side. Eagles dig it out. They've got a chance and a good angle here. Left to right for Brooklyn Kuzler. Split the defenders in Kuzler, Severin and Kitts. Kill for Kuzler. Timeout to the Lady Govs. Pierre still looks pretty good. 19-16, they have the lead here in game number 1 as we race to 25. You got to win by 2, but we've got a Coca-Cola timeout on the floor, and we'll take it with them here. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Volleyball.
Wish there was a fast and easier way to get your account balances? Sign up for text alerts and give yourself a personalized and convenient way to receive balances. You choose how often and when to receive them. It's that simple. Just another way Oahe Federal Credit Union is making everyday tasks just a little easier.
People helping people. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
19-16, Lady Govs leading Aberdeen Central here in Aberdeen. Game 1, welcome back. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. Glad to have you along as we get a little bit busier with Lady Governor volleyball coming up here in Aberdeen tonight. Lady Govs will be back home to entertain Mitchell on Saturday. We'll follow them there. We'll follow them as well to Brandon Valley next Tuesday. And we'll continue to cover the schedule a little bit later on. But we're back at it out of the timeout. Aberdeen had a good block back to the Lady Govs, but Pierre kept it alive, and they set it up outside to Kenzie Cook's house, who will get a good angle swat from the left side down in front of the Aberdeen block. And a side-out kill for the Lady Governors. Reagan Weeby back to serve. It's a burner as Aberdeen unable to handle it. Hit it back to the score, or the ladder. And it's 21-16. Weeby with the kill, or the ace rather, but she'll give one back. Hitting her next effort into the net. She'll check out. Abby Kitts, the libero, wearing the home white jersey, the off-colored jersey for the Lady Govs. Back into the back row. Eagles will serve, 17 serving 21. Madeline Deedy puts it in play. Severin to Kitts, still in the back row, but a good bump pass up front. Cleared out by Addie Smith. Now the Lady Govs get it back on a soft attack. There's Smith. Nice pancake effort, but Addie Smith will score. Goff got underneath that, but didn't get it up high enough in the air to allow Brooklyn Hofer enough time to keep it up further. So Addie Smith has her third kill of the night. And a one and done for Aberdeen Central. And the Lady Govs lead 22-17, 3 to go before they claim game number 1. Can they finish? That's the key. Serve was returned back over the net, and as Kenzie Gronlund was up there in the middle ready to hammer it back home, she got up there a little bit too soon, mishit, and ends up in a double hit. So a hitting error for Pierre. Serve back to Aberdeen within 4. It's a good angle. Nice effort by Kuzler on the dig of Severin. Pierre coming back at it, though. Smith will miss by a foot. Pierre looking for a tip, and none of the line judges or the ladder officials are going to give it to him. Both Chris Swyden and assistant coach Tiffany Stoser are wondering where the tip is as well. So Pierre won't get the benefit of that one. And the Eagles are back within 3, 19, serving 22. Severin coming back with it. Good block, and Kaylee Fouth will keep it off the floor. Eagles set it up to Goff outside. Nice dig here on the reach for Abby Kitts. Pierce sets it up outside left. Don't need a tip on that one. Severin's got the angle down in the middle back. Cody Severin, first 3 swings of the night were no good, but her last 3 have been hot and in play. So 23-19 for the Lady Govs as they have the lead. If you're a Monsters, Inc. fan, that's my favorite score in a volleyball match. 23-19. Eagles set it up outside right. Pancake effort here for Cuxhouse back in the back row, but unable to put it home. And Goff will get the score this time as Aberdeen tries to stay alive and keep the Lady Governors within reach. 20, serving 23, still anybody's ball game. Lady Govs just need 2 here to finish off game 1. Severin is dug. It's back right back to her. She'll pass it up to Gronlund. Smith can only tap it, and then it's blocked right back to her. Now a chance again for Severin. Another dig up to the net, and Grace Myrie got up there. She tried it once before, the setter, but a good left-handed swing, and then this one about took Kenzie Cuxhouse's head off. Unable to keep it in play. That's a swinging kill for the setter, Grace Myrie. 21 serving 23. Pierre will try Addie Smith on the right side, and Addie's bread and butter down the line is good for the kill, and that'll set Pierre up with a game point. And Aberdeen Central will take a timeout just to try to fend them off here. 24-21. Lady Govs lead game number 1. We'll see if they can finish when we come back after this 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. This is Lady Governor Volleyball.
Hey, it's the old top Gator here with Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Gators is proud of our Repeater Eater punch card promotion that's been going strong since 1987. With qualified purchases, you get a punch, and once your Gators punch card is full, you receive a free menu item. It's just another way we can say thank you for being a Repeater Eater at Gators. And remember, Mondays and Tuesdays are always double punch days. Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza.
Gotta go to Gators. Gotta go to
Govs with game point. They lead 24-21. And again, it's always, the question for Pierre when they're in situations like this, can they finish? And we'll find out. They do have the serve. Addie Smith, who got the kill to send us into that timeout, will rotate to serve, and she'll try to put one down the line in the corner, but just a little bit outside. Line judge is right there. So Pierre will have to wait. But they have game point number 2, and they still have a 2-point cushion. 22 serving 24. Here in game number 1, Grace Myrie, who had a big point up at the net a little bit ago, comes back to serve. Played up nicely by Hannah Jerome, and a cross-court hit for Reagan Wiebe. Unable to find its way home in the corner. She will miss that one wide. 23 serving 24. Boy, would Pierre love to have this point right here. Myrie with a good sinker. Played by Cookshouse, down off the knees. Severin is blocked on the right side. Gronlund tried to get that second hit over. It comes right back to her. Got the first hit up in the air. Here's a swing. That's tapped, and the far line judge saw that one. That's a kill, and that's a game for the Pierre Lady Governors. Cody Severin with the finish, and on the Gales Gas scoreboard, finally, game 1 goes to Pierre, 25-23. Gales Gas Service offering their budget plan and keep full service to make sure you stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Game 1 to the Lady Govs. That was the case 12 days ago. We'll see if they can play a little bit better as we move on in this one. It's 1-0 Pierre here in Aberdeen. Back in 2 minutes for game number 2. Lady Governor Volleyball is on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Top of the morning, TMA. This John may help you.
At TMA, top-notch service begins the moment you call for an appointment. John at TMA believes in customer service and quality work. When you need tires repaired or replaced, TMA is the place to go. Just remember, if it's round, rubber, and rolls, it's at TMA. You can count on TMA for all of your automotive needs, from tires to mufflers to all automotive repairs. Call TMA at 224-6167, and your service begins with...
Top of the morning, TMA. This John may help you.
Experience the difference with Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center in Pierre. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center is proud of their 5-star overall rating according to Medicare.org, the official regulatory body for nursing homes. Along with their 5-star care center, they provide short-term targeted rehabilitation services and skilled nursing care after illness or surgery. Our goal is to restore strength and confidence to get you to return to living the life you desire. Call 224-8628. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center, your pathway to independence.
Gateway appreciates. From now through the end of September, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will be showing our appreciation by giving all public servants $500 off their next vehicle purchase. Teachers, police, first responders, state and federal employees. We appreciate everything you do, so save an additional $500 from now through the end of September. And thank you from Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com. Nobody, and I mean nobody, beats a Gateway deal. Some exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors can give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Well, a slow start for the Lady Governors in that first set, but they came back with a vengeance, down 7-2 at one point. They went on a 7-0 run to go from 8-6 down to 13-6 up, and they never looked back, even though Aberdeen Central stayed nip and tuck all the way. But Pierre wins at 25-23. Lady Govs have the Comtech first serve of game number 2. And after the Eagles returned it, the Lady Govs set it out to Emery Hess on the left side, and Emery has kill number 5. Pierre has a good start to the second set as well. Aberdeen on the return for the ensuing Lady Governors serve. They'll set up on the slide to the right side, but there is Hess again defensively. Now she's got a solo block. Down for another Pierre point. Severin serves down the left sideline. They've switched directions, so Pierre in in road green, serving near court to far or left to right. Eagles get Cassidy Goff from her left side to get one down in front of Cody Severin. Good for the kill. As the Golden Eagles get on the board here in game number 2. Pierre with a 25-23 victory in that first one. Back row attack. Good. Down the line. There's Severin again. And a quick return with a side out for the Lady Govs. Lady Gov volleyball tonight. Governor football tomorrow from Brookings, and Lady Gov volleyball from Riggs High Gym against the Mitchell Colonels. 3 nights of Pierre Governor and Lady Governor sports coming your way throughout the weekend here on River 92.7. An attack for Cuxhouse outside on the left, but she hits the antenna. That'll be a hitting error for Pierre. Lady Govs had 8 hitting errors in that first set as Goff serves into the net and gives it back to Pierre. But that's a number that's going to have to come down for Pierre as they continue here. We talked about that earlier in the first set, but hitting errors are something that Pierre has. They've seen that number grow from time to time in individual sets. And obviously you don't need to help a team as good as Aberdeen Central is, as we've got a double hit called, illegal hit on the set. So there's another hitting error for the Lady Govs, their second of this game, and it gives Aberdeen a gift point. So the Eagles will get the serve back. And a good serve here. That's their first ace in front of Severin this time. Might have been a little miscommunication for Pierre as to who was going to take that one. Lexi Lefebvre with the service ace. Pierre had 4 aces to help offset those 8 hitting miscues in that first game in a 2-point victory. Gronlund palms one away. Back to the Eagles here, but we heard a whistle, and now we've got an illegal set for Aberdeen Central. So a mistake that Pierre made a little bit ago is returned in the favor by Aberdeen. So a 5-4 lead here as Hannah Jerome will check in, the 5'4" junior. Kind of a serving specialist for Hannah, but can also play a lot of that back row and cover a lot of ground. There's a shot from Smith with her feet on the floor, but she got it up over at the top of the Golden Eagle block, and it finds its way through the back row. Addie Smith with a bit of an unconventional kill, but it's her 5th of the night nonetheless. Jerome shoots one away. Here's a good block, and it is good for Pierre. I thought that one came down on the Pierre side from my vantage point, but Brooklyn Hofer ends up being denied by Kenzie Gronlund. Gronlund in on her 2nd block of the night. 3 in a row for the Lady Govs here. Jerome from the middle of the service line. Left to right away. Played up as Kuzler got the last say on that one, but Pierre with a good defense, and there is Severin again with some more good offense. Lady Govs having some fun out there. They're getting in that rhythm that we saw them in Game 1 in Pierre when they met Aberdeen. But after that first set, Aberdeen made adjustments. They just played so much better. And they swept Pierre the rest of the way and had a 4-set victory tonight. Well, we'll see what happens. There's another one from Smith that had some good topspin. Came down through the block, and one effort by Madeline Deedy to keep it alive ended up going back to the water cooler. So Smith will get another one. She has 6. The Lady Govs have scored 5 unanswered points here early in Game 2. They lead 9-4. Here's a good comeback effort. And Hofer will get the kill and a side out for Aberdeen Central. Pierre had a touch up front, but a lot of open space here on Golden Eagle Arena's floor. And Abby Kitts ran out of time, but didn't necessarily run out of room. Smith will return the serve this time. Up to Severin with a pass from Gronlund. Dug out by the libero, Kaylee Fouth of Aberdeen Central. Now Kusler was denied, got it back to the net. Gronlund tapped it over, and then Aberdeen Central is into the net trying to keep it alive. So good defense by Gronlund, inducing the Golden Eagles into what will be a hitting error, but a one-and-done in serve for Aberdeen. And as Kenzie Gronlund checks out, Kenzie Cuxhouse is in, and she will serve. That's a sophomore for a junior. Or rather, the junior checking in for the sophomore. Cuxhouse with a running hop and a jump start on this one. Gets it across. There's a nice angle, but Abby Kitts with a good dig out. Cleared away by Pierre. Now the left-handed comeback here, and the lunge by Cuxhouse digs it away. Severin will be denied. Aberdeen running it down. Free ball coming back. Nice shot to the corner, but run down by Cuxhouse. Severin will try again. And this one through Kusler's attempt to dig, and it's out of bounds. Kill for Cody Severin. This time Cody just didn't have quite the mustard on it that she's been putting down. I think that affected Kusler's timing on that attempt to try to keep it off the floor. 11-5, Lady Govs, game number 2. Cuxhouse serves down the near side. Swing off the net, dug out by Hannah Jerome. Severin's out wide left. Good block and good job by Jerome to come up and keep that block off the floor. Now it's over to Aberdeen Central, as Smith was denied. Now Pierre has it back. Again, Jerome with another dig. Severin will come up a little bit short. Tried to tap it over the defense on the far side. Probably took her eye off the ball. Good rally continuing here for Pierre, but Aberdeen Central will serve. Kusler's turn, right to left, and it'll be long. So they'll give it right back. Second service error of the game, third of the night for the Golden Eagles, as they will sub into the back row. Kusler is out, and Harley Hermanson, the 5'4 senior, in for Aberdeen Central. Fouth will play up the Addie Smith serve. Bump set spike, but a hammer too strong, too long for Cassidy Goff. Now Aberdeen will commit their third hitting error. 13-6, time for a timeout, which will go to Aberdeen and Coach Dennis Northrup. A Coca-Cola break in the action. The Lady Governors continuing to look impressive here. Game number 2 as they lead 13-6. Game number 1 already having been won by Pierre. And we're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Lady Governor Volleyball.
Hey, DQ fans, it's that time of year again. Pumpkin spice is all around. But Dairy Queen is flipping things upside down with the new Pumpkin Pie Blizzard of the Month. Enjoy real pumpkin pie pieces blended in world-famous soft serve and topped with nutmeg and whipped topping. It's the pumpkin sweet you've been looking for in a season full of spice. Flip your fall upside down with Pumpkin Pie Blizzard of the Month, only at your local DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Well, it's pumpkin spice to the volleyball tonight, as everybody loves pumpkin spice, right? Pierre Lady Governors leading Aberdeen Central 13-6. Glad to have you aboard here on this Thursday night. As we mentioned, our first of 3 straight nights of Governor and Lady Governor athletics on your official home of the Govs and Lady Govs, River 92.7, DRGnews.com. Pierre comes out of the timeout with good defense from Reagan Wiebe up front. And the service run will continue with Addie Smith. 14-6, Pierre by 8. Their biggest lead of the night. Aberdeen will try again with Hofer on their right side. Coming back this way. Dug out. Gronland out to Severin. Aberdeen with a chance after a good dig. Cuxhouse is there to keep it off the floor with a block. Severin will swing again. This time jump a little bit mistimed. You could just see that one. I don't think that one was up as high, the set pass we're talking about, as maybe Severin had wanted. So, hitting error for Pierre, gives it back to Aberdeen Central, and Pierre will mishandle the serve. Kaylee Fouth with the ace. Ball got away, and the ball girl will run it down, and we're ready to go again. 8 serving 14. Fouth away. Cuxhouse got this one a little close to the net. All Gronland could do is try to tap it over with a second hit. And Cassidy Goff is there in the way to block it back home. And an easy point for the Golden Eagles. They've scored suddenly 3 in a row. With a side out and an ace. And now a block. Cuxhouse with a good pass on this return of serve. Back set by Gronland, as this one is on the back end line for Cody Severin. Cody made a good adjustment this time. As she lined up, she's been spending a lot of time on the left side of that front line, getting some good swings. This time she tried the right side. didn't have much on it, but found the right spot. Side out to Pierre, 15-9. Blocked by Pierre, and that's good. Wiebe and Hess are both up there. And another point defensively for the Lady Governors, who are really kind of in that regard giving Aberdeen a taste of their own medicine. Aberdeen for so many years has brought 6-footer after 6-footer to their front line. Somebody rattled the net, and the floor official says it was Aberdeen Central. So a net error here as Pierre had cleared it away. Another gift point to the visiting team. Lady Governors lead 17-9. Severin got a short lob serve across. Here's a good effort. The Eagles are in the net again, but this one was two-hand killed home anyway. I believe that was for Hallie Gronland. And the Lady Govs continue to impress. Maybe Dennis Northrup is impressed. He's got to stop the bleeding here. Timeout, Aberdeen. 18-9, the Lady Govs lead. Doubling up the home team here, game number 2 with a set under their belts already. Another Coca-Cola break in the action. Grab a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Lady Governor Volleyball.
It's pretty obvious the world is moving faster than ever, and that means my health sometimes takes a back seat. Pressing pause on life to call for an appointment, shuffle my afternoon schedule, drive across town for a doctor's appointment sometimes feels impossible. My day just got better because I'm feeling better with the help of Avera Now. I can use my mobile device or computer for an online video visit that allows me to see a provider for urgent care conditions 24/7. Technology that fits my life with the quality health care of Avera. Learn how to begin at avera.org/now.
Back at it in Aberdeen, and the Golden Eagles able to get a return of a Severin serve this time. Both teams had an opportunity at the net, but Aberdeen was able to get the deflection in their good direction. Whether that was Goff or maybe Lefebvre. Give Lexi Lefebvre the kill. Pierre coming back after the Golden Eagle serve away. Hess had an opportunity, denied. Now Pierre with it back from the middle, and a big swing for Wiebe. Good job by the defense to keep that alive. Very impressive defensive effort by Aberdeen at the net. But still, we play on. Volley continues. Goff left side off the net and out of bounds. And Aberdeen's in the net anyway. That call, well, both teams were waiting to see whether Pierre got a touch on that. From my angle, I would have said no. I thought it went off the net and it spun out of bounds anyway, but then, well, Aberdeen, the official says they were in the net anyway. So it turns into a moot point. Side out to Pierre, 19-10. Now Goff will miss on the slide hit coming up as the set just didn't hang up long enough for her. Back-to-back hitting errors for the Eagles. And Pierre in good shape again with a 10-point lead. And they've hit that magic number of 20 here in game number 2. Severin tries from behind the 10-foot line, but is long by about a foot. So 5 hitting errors for Pierre in game number 2. That's better than the 8 they had in game 1, but Aberdeen Central has chalked up about 6 hitting miscues in this second set as well. 20-11. Pierre by 9, but the Golden Eagles serve. And that is Wiebe from the right side, and that misses well wide from right to left. Serving 20. Couple of misfires for Pierre, and that's again the thing that they need to avoid. Here's a misplay of the serve. It'll be an ace for Cassidy Goff as Severin unable to handle that. Now it's Chris Swiden's turn to try to stop some bleeding here as Aberdeen has scored 3 in a row. They're back within 7, trying to get back in this second set, trailing the Lady Governors 20-13. Back in 30, another Coca-Cola break in the action. This is Lady Governor Volleyball.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Out of the Lady Governor timeout, they get the return they wanted. Good pass and a good set, but once again, a hit that goes too long. Hess misfiring from the left side. Aberdeen reaping the benefits on 4 in a row. Hess will try again. Big swing. Block is out of bounds. The official was ready to say inbounds. It was very close over on that far side, but that'll go as a kill for Emery Hess, and that one a matter of half inches either way. Half inch one way, Aberdeen would have got the call. Half inch another, Hess would have not cleared the net even. It was a big shot for the Eagles, and I just heard a whistle. Pierre with another illegal set, says the ladder official, Mr. Eric Gerlach. He will actually be officiating in Pierre on Saturday when the Lady Govs host Mitchell as well. 21-15, Pierre by 6. Game number 2. They have game number 1, 25-23. Returning the serve, Hess is denied with a block. Now Aberdeen comes up. And a new hitter up front, I believe. We'll tell you who that is, but here is Gronlund from the back row. Hallie will hammer one over. And she finds the spot in the back left corner. Hallie Gronlund with a couple of kills here in game number 2. That's a big side out for the Lady Govs. 22-15, Hannah Jerome in to serve, misplayed by Kuzler. In the back row, that'll be an ace for Jerome, her first of the night. Pierre continues to serve well, although that is just their first ace in this second set after they had 4 in the first. Jerome again. Well, the old saying is, he giveth and he taketh away, and it's kind of reversing this time. When you taketh one with an ace, you giveth one back when you hit the next one into the net. Kenzie Gronlund out. Kenzie Cuxhouse is in, still to play the right side of the front line. Pierre by 7, 23-16. Aberdeen in a hole once again. This is Hannah Kyle, a 5'9 sophomore, who had a swing on the last volley that Aberdeen was able to play. Now Kuzler is up front. She'll swing and score from the left side. Brooklyn Kuzler's been quiet tonight for Aberdeen. That is just her second kill of the night, and that is saying something, especially if you're the Lady Governor defense. Kyle serves again, too long, too strong, and that'll set Pierre up with game point in game number 2. And they've got a 7-point margin here, 24, serving 17. The serve is Cuxhouse. Played up by Fouth to Myrie, the setter. Miscommunication on the third hit. Aberdeen gives the 25th and deciding point to the Pierre Lady Governors. So game number 2 goes to Pierre. On the Gales Gas scoreboard, your final score, Pierre 25, Aberdeen Central 17. And Pierre has the first game as well, 25-23. So Pierre up 2 sets to none on the scoreboard from Gales Gas in Pierre. We are back in 2 minutes with more Lady Governor Volleyball set number 3 coming up as you listen to the Lady Govs on River 92.7, KGFX FM, and drgnews.com.
Cruisapalooza, end of the model year event. 2018's must go. Leases as low as $229 per month. It's truly the best time of the year to buy a new Chevrolet from Beck Motor Company. America's truck, the Chevy Silverado, has over $11,000 off MSRP. Chevy Malibu has over $4,300 off. The Chevy Cruze and hatchback take almost $2,000 off. See all of the Chevy offers at www.beck-motors.com. Then hurry in. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Our category this time is sandwich at Arby's.
Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Wait till the sun shines, Nelly.
What? I just read you the category. It's a sandwich at Arby's.
Well,
how dumb are you people?
Pat, let's break for lunch. I've got a smokehouse beef short rib sandwich from Arby's for you. Smoked beef short rib with crispy onions, cheddar cheese, and barbecue sauce on Texas toast.
Try beef short rib and other smokehouse sandwiches at Arby's today. They have the meats.
I think I can solve it now.
The River Center Cafe, located inside the Ramkota Hotel in Pierre, has been delighting taste buds for years. Whether you want breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the River Center Cafe is the place to go. They're now featuring a brand new menu with delicious new entrees, as well as favorites like the Hawaiian chicken salad. The Ramkota Hotel is remodeling and has a fresh new look. They invite you in to see the progress. It's been the gathering place for years. The River Center Cafe, located inside the Ramkota Hotel in Pierre. Relaxing dining with a view of the Missouri River.
Hey, new guy. Shovel, right?
Yeah, Rake, and I'm not exactly new. I've seen some action.
Yeah, what's your story?
Hey, my last gig, I nearly got electrocuted, almost drowned. That guy never called 811 to see if it was safe to dig.
Our guy calls every time he digs.
It's quick and easy. Any tool can do it. Calling 811 gets your underground utility lines marked for free.
Hey, safe digging is no accident. Always call 811 before you dig.
This message brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, in the community to serve.
Back in Aberdeen as we get set to go to game number 3. Pierre surprising the Golden Eagles so far tonight with the first 2 sets under their belts. Our Comtech first serve belongs to Grace Myrie and the Golden Eagles. Pierre with the first swing on the way back, blocked right back to them. Now Hallie Gronlund up at the 10-foot line. And, well, she got that one across, but she is ruled over the 10-foot line. She started that point in the back row and apparently left the floor and attacked from in front of the 10-foot line. As I'm looking at Hallie right now and in the front line, so I'm not really sure the origin of that call. At any rate, a hitting error or a misplay for Pierre, and the Lady Govs have a double hit. So a couple of hitting errors this time. And a little bit of bad luck for the Lady Govs as Hallie Gronlund getting the explanation from Eric Gerlach on the ladder. So a 2-0 start. Pierre, maybe the stat of the night. Aberdeen Central just 4 kills in that second set. Pierre had 10. Pierre outkilled Aberdeen 15-10 in the first set. Here's a hit that'll go long from the back row, and the Lady Govs have given the first 3 points to the Golden Eagles here in game number 3. Grace Myrie will continue to serve. Good serve there, played up. Cuxhouse to Gronlund, out to the right side, little rolling swing, and it's over for Severin. Not a lot on it, but the dig is back over but out of bounds, so Cody Severin will stop the run of miscues here for Pierre, and she will rotate to serve. 1 serving 3. Good swing here. Brooklyn Kusler with her best swing of the night. Lady Govs had a block, but it comes down on the Pierre side. And a quick side out back to Aberdeen Central. Kusler, as we mentioned, very quiet on offense so far tonight. She's back to serve. It's played up by Kitts. Good pass to Buddy Gronlund. And Emery Hess on the outside left doesn't get it across. Now 4 hitting errors. I know it's early in this third set. It's 5-1. There's a long way to go in this one, but the Lady Govs, it is very important that they clean this up right now. As Hess, there was a block out of bounds. And Chris Swiden kind of sensing the same thing. An early timeout here for the Lady Govs. Aberdeen leads 6-1, but thanks to 5 hitting errors so far by the Lady Govs here in game 3. They do lead 2-0. We're back after a 30-second Coca-Cola break in the action. This is Lady Governor Volleyball.
The attorneys at May Adam Law Firm have been serving South Dakotans statewide since 1881. Whether you have questions about family law, you want an estate plan, you need legal advice on a business deal or an agricultural transaction, or you've been injured in an accident, the May Adam lawyers will represent you in life's most important decisions. We are located in Pierre and have been traveling across the state protecting our clients' legal rights. Call May Adam at 224-8803 and ask for Katie, or visit our website, mayadam.net.
Well, we're back in Aberdeen. Chris Wyden wasted no time in that timeout. He probably just tried to get the girls themselves to make sure they collect their thoughts, get back in this one. They played that previous point a little bit better. We were early out of that timeout. Already a point in the books. It does go to Aberdeen, as I believe it was Cassidy Goff who got the kill. Goff swings, denied by Pierre up front. Now Pierre with a chance out on the left side. Down low and out of bounds on the digs. So Emery Hess will get the point this time. And there's your much-needed side out if you're Pierre. Aberdeen had scored 7 of the first 8, now 2 serving 7 as Hallie Gronlund serves. Goff, nice job, pancaked up there by Cuxhouse, got it up in the air. Pierre kept it alive. Now Kusler somehow kept one in play that might have been, well, I'd like to see another look at it, but then Aberdeen will tap it over. And they get one to find its way down this time in the left front. It was a great job by Cuxhouse on that first dig, but couldn't get the second one, and I think that might have been Madeline Deedy. Looking for a kill, we'll give it to her. Lady Govs down 8-2. Hess with another swing on the left side. Denied, now Goff over the defense. As Abby Kitts tried to run one down from the middle back over to the sideline, unable to get there in time. Goff will score her second of this game, 6th of the match. 9-2, Golden Eagles here in the third, and the server, Lefebvre, will give one away, hitting into the net. So Aberdeen scored the first 3, then Pierre got a side out. Aberdeen scored 4, then Pierre with a side out, and Aberdeen with the last 2 before this Lady Governor side out. Now it's 3 serving 9. Wiebe served it away. Aberdeen played it up. Aberdeen's starting to play a little bit crisper, let's put it that way. Hit off the net by Gronlund. It's over to Aberdeen, but free balled away. Pierre has a chance to set something up. Gronlund outside right, back set to Addie Smith. That's one good hit. Fouth tried to keep it alive, unable to hit it back to the rest of her team toward the net, and it's out of bounds. Point to Addie Smith and the Lady Govs. Service point, their first of this third set. Here comes Wiebe again. Played up by Goff, but it sends Deedy running. Now Fouth has to free ball it away. Wiebe back up to Gronlund, outside left. It is Hess, and Emery swings one through the block. That's another point for the Lady Govs, who are starting to maybe get a little bit of that rhythm back after, well, let's face it, an ugly start to this third game. Back within 4, 5 serving 9. Played up by the Eagles to Goff in the middle, and this one misses. Line judge went up, had a tip motion first, but he pulled it back properly, and Goff missed that one wide. First hitting error for Aberdeen in the third game. 6 serving 9. 4 in a row for Pierre as Wiebe brings it again. Goff played it up to Myrie. Good block by Pierre, but in running back to it, Smith had to lunge at it and was unable to keep it in play. Brooklyn Hofer, perhaps. And whether that was Hess, was looking on the flea. Hoping they'll put that one up. I'm going to go with Emery Hess on that one. Emery had a good start, was a little bit quiet in the second set, but I've got her with 3 kills in this third now. And the Lady Govs within 3, 7, serving 10. Pierre has the first 2 games, so they're playing for a sweep tonight. And I don't think anybody would have expected that to happen. Of course, we've got a long way to go. Smith is through the tip and out of bounds. It's good for Pierre. Addie Smith on the right side. Once again, the Eagles got a little bit closer to that antenna to try to deny that down the line attempt in the attack, but unsuccessful as Hannah Jerome serves it away. Goff cross courts one, a little bit of a lob and out of the reach of Hallie Gronlund. Cassidy Goff will score. Pierre was down 7-2, or actually 7-1 in this third set. They've clawed back within 8-10. Now it's 11-8, and it's Goff's serve. Right back to Kitts, and a good pass up to Gronlund. She'll push one out to the left side. Severin defended. Kusler on the run. Nice angle, Brooklyn Kusler. Didn't get a full swing on that, but she just palmed it across, but had a real sharp angle that found its way down in the corner of the front line for the Lady Govs. Just 4 kills for Brooklyn Kusler tonight. Service point for Goff and the Golden Eagles. She'll hit away and hit it long. Cassidy Goff is a very strong player. We see her both in volleyball and also talented in the paint on the basketball court. This one she didn't quite know her own strength, however. Here with a side out, trailing 9-12. New server in, I think, for Pierre. We'll get back at it. Pierre denied. They free balled back. Now Kuzler tries again. Lunging into the campfire. Lady Govs keep it alive, and we have a net violation. Had a little bit of, we had a ball in mid-flight up in the front line. The Lady Govs, Addie Smith was in there. Hallie Gronlund was there. I think Smith's backside grazed the net, so a miscue for Pierre. They're first in a while in this set, but still they're sixth of the game. Now Gronlund will put in number 7 because she tried to get a hit up and over. Stays in the net. Golden Eagles with some breathing room here, 14-9. Building it back up in game number 3. Kaylee Fouth in there will serve long. Third service error for the Golden Eagles in this third game. Trying to look on the far side of the floor. It appears it's Morkaya Muchocanals, a 5'6" sophomore, in for the first time tonight, who was the last server on the Pierre side. There's a nice lunge for Jerome. Muchocanals will run it down. Free balled out by Pierre, though. Aberdeen with a chance to set something up in the middle to Lefebvre, and it's good. Just over the reach of the cheating up back line. And Lexi Lefebvre will score this one. She has 5 kills on the night. 15-10 Aberdeen Central. They're playing to stay alive. They need to force a fourth and then also a fifth game, but the Lady Govs are up 2-0, 25-23, 25-17. But Aberdeen leads by 5 here about midway through our third set. Grace Myrie serves it away. Good pass up to the setter, and the block here hits the antenna. That should be a point on the outside for Cody Severin, and it is. It's an interesting view here from where we are up in the upper corner. You can see a lot. That swing that Severin came up on the slide on the outside right was coming right at us, and maybe a call that from different angles could go either way, but we had a good view of the block that then went into the antenna. Severin on the left side this time. Goff will reach for it in the back row. Aberdeen's going to have to free ball it out. Pierre with a chance. Cook's house to Gronlund. Outside left, and Severin denied again. Or was that Severin? It was Emery Hess. The dig was there, but the second hit was not. Setter didn't have enough time to get to it. So Emery Hess will score again, as she hits double digits now. Well, at least on my book. They've got her with 7 on the scoreboard. Severin into the net on the serve. Lady Govs have not misfired in serve very often tonight. That's 1 per set, only 3 on the night. But they still need to get as many points as they can, start building things back up. Good effort there. The tap is good. It's Reagan Wiebe. Reagan's had her scoring runs on several occasions so far this year, but that is her first one on this night. Hallie Gronlund will serve. A 3-point Aberdeen lead. Blocked by Pierre, back to the Eagles side. Hit away, and a miss hit by Gronlund that sent Wiebe and Kitts running to the scorer's table end of the Pierre bench and out of bounds. So that will go as a kill. There's only 1 hit on the Pierre side. Trying to remember, I believe it was Myrie, the setter. 17-13. Kitts' return of service back to the net. Played nicely by Gronlund out of there and then cleared away by Hess. And we've got a whistle and a double hit on the set attempt by Aberdeen. We've seen that a few times for both teams here. Coach Dennis Northrup said in our pregame conversation, alluded to his young setter. Grace Myrie's done a nice job, and she'll only get better for sure, but she has had her struggles a few times tonight. Here is a sailing serve with some vapor behind it for Reagan Wiebe that knuckled on Cassidy Goff in the back line. Second ace for Reagan. 15 serving 17. This one's getting interesting here in the third. Goff will come up to the middle and shoot it right through 3 Lady Governors. Out of the reach of Wiebe in the back row. Sometimes it's Brooklyn Kuzler, but this night it's Cassidy Goff. And I would think in most nights it's Cassidy Goff who seems to be the stopper. When Aberdeen needs a point, they put it in her direction. Pierre will misplay another serve. We've seen that a couple of times, just a little bit tentative. In this case on the part of Cody Severin. As Maddie Dede will get the ace, the fourth ace for Aberdeen tonight. 19-15, suddenly that lead is back to 4. Dede again, goes right back to Severin. Stays in the back row, Kitts pushes it back up front. Severin will bump it away. Free ball, back to Aberdeen. Tapped out by Myrie. Chance for the Lady Govs. Aberdeen did not get what they wanted on that volley on their side. Pierre got exactly what they were hoping for. They send it out to Severin on the left side. Cody angles it home. Point and side out, Pierre. 16, serving 19. The substitution, the rotation brings in Hannah Jerome. As Hess will check out of the game. Jerome, a good sinker ball down, bad set on the return of serve. And a gift-wrapped point to the Lady Govs. Back within 2, timeout. Aberdeen. Aberdeen's trying to maintain their lead. They've led this one throughout. They've led by as many as 7-1. But Pierre has it trailing by just 2. 19-17 Golden Eagles. Lady Govs looking to rally, maybe get a sweep out of this one. At Coca-Cola breaking the action. We're back in 30 seconds with Lady Governor Volleyball.
Today, the average person spends more time researching their TV purchases than they spend researching their mortgage options. TVs are pretty complex, but have you ever tried to read a mortgage contract? Think about it. Shouldn't we be giving at least as much consideration to a 30-year loan as we do a 50-inch screen? At First Dakota, we believe that the more a home buyer knows, the better the home buying experience. Home loans from First Dakota National Bank. We love answering questions. Visit firstdakota.com. First Dakota is an equal opportunity lender.
Well, Aberdeen, who called the timeout, is already back out of it. Chris Swiden spending a little bit more time in this timeout, and I can just about guarantee you he's saying you've got this team right where you want them. Even though you're down by 2, 17-19, I think Aberdeen's a little bit on their back heels right now. We'll see if Pierre can come out and keep this service run going, maybe. Try to finish the sweep. Well, the swing by Hofer on the left side of the Golden Eagle front line goes long. An error sent us to timeout. An error continues the run, and the Lady Govs have clawed all the way back within 1 at 18, serving 19. Hannah Jerome continues to serve. Haley Fouth plays it up, but they'll clear it away from the 10-foot line. Will Kuzler. Now the chance for the Lady Govs on the right side. Pierre thought they had it. Gronlund, though, is denied by Fouth in the back line. Good defense, Aberdeen. Pierre has another chance after another free ball. Blocked up front by Brooklyn Hofer, though. Big swing by Cody Severin, rather. And Brooklyn Hofer was right there to put it back home on the Pierre side. Got some good defense from both teams. We usually expect that from Aberdeen. But, of course, the Lady Govs, a much smaller team, but they've gotten their share of blocks, too. Directly resulting in points. Second tap over by Myrie. Defended off the floor by Hannah Jerome. Nice play, but Pierre free balled it away. Now Aberdeen doesn't get anything on the return. Jerome to Gronlund. Back set to Smith outside, and it's good. Straight down on the block on the Aberdeen side. Addie Smith scores her 9th of the match. And still a 1-point game here. Currently 19, serving 20. Kenzie Cuxhouse in. She serves it away right to left. Punched out of there on the return for Kuzler. There's Kitts off the floor again. Big swing down the near side, but a miss for Severin. A little bit long, maybe a little bit wide, too. 8th hitting error for Pierre. They've had that same number in the hitting error column all 3 games so far. Aberdeen back to a 2-point advantage, 21 serving 19. Fouth got it away. Pierre returns. Smith had a touch, and Pierre keeps it alive. Nice job by Severin, but now Pierre into the net as Severin may have followed through. Her momentum, I think, took her to the pole, and that might be on the latter side of the net. I think that's what got her whistled on that. 22-19, Aberdeen with the point and a 3-point lead. They'll go back to Severin again. Blocked back. Cuxhouse keeps it alive. Smith stays on the floor to send it to the Aberdeen back line. There's foul. Now they get it up front to Kusler. Kitts with another dig. Back row attack coming for Cuxhouse. And mistimes the jump. Puts it into the net. And another timeout coming here for Chris Swiden and the Lady Govs. You want them so bad to finish this game. But we'll see how it ends out. 23-19. Aberdeen leading game 3, trying to force game number 4. And we'll take another 30-second Coca-Cola break in the action. You're listening to Lady Governor Volleyball.
Do you know about the Good Neighbor Pharmacy at Lynn's Dakota Mart? It's a convenient place to have your prescriptions filled, especially when you can shop for groceries, sporting goods, and all your needs while the Good Neighbor Pharmacy fills your prescription. Lynn's Dakota Mart and Good Neighbor Pharmacy offer free delivery and mail out. You're not a number, you're a neighbor at the Good Neighbor Pharmacy inside Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre.
Aberdeen by 4 with 2 to go here, game number 3. Welcome back out of the timeout. Lady Governors trying to put a rally together, but they'll have to free ball the return of serve, although it's misplayed by Aberdeen. They'll be sent scrambling. They'll get it back on the Pierre side. Pierre with a chance. Gronlund to set up outside. Cody Severin still swinging, but Kaylee Fouth with a nice dig. Now Kusler will try to swing back. Kitts and a good run down for Gronlund. Pierre with a good clear away. Aberdeen still with it. Kusler back to Kitts again. Another dig for Abby, even though Cuxhouse had to run one down. Cleared out by Jerome. Chance for Lefebvre, just punches one over. Jerome comes to the middle to get the pass up to Gronlund. Now another swing. One hit, not two. Severin with the kill. Big, big point for the Lady Governors there to get to 20, keeping Aberdeen out of a game point situation here. 20 serving 23 now. Pierce serves it away. Addie Smith back in there. Chance for Lefebvre. Pierre lets it go. It's long. Just missing from Lexi Lefebvre, and now a timeout here to Aberdeen Central, who desperately needs to preserve this lead and try to prevent the Lady Governors sweep. It's a 2-point Aberdeen lead, 23-21, 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. You're back in 30, as are we, on River 92.7.
This Governor Sports Moment is brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre. 2013 marked the return of Pierre Governor basketball to the ranks of state champions. The Governors opened the 2012-13 season losing 4 of their first 6 games by a total of 10 points. But they turned their season around, losing only once by 1 point in January and February, and went through the postseason undefeated to become the 4th state champion in Pierre basketball history. The 2012-13 Governor basketball team, one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment has been brought to you by Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Back in Aberdeen, couple of updates featuring ESD teams. Huron hosting Yankton tonight. They're up 2-0. Mitchell in a non-conference match hosting Sioux Falls Roosevelt. Roosevelt got the third, but Mitchell leads that one 2-1. Here it's 2-0 Pierre, but Aberdeen coming out of the timeouts, and boy, they got about as good of a serve return as they've had all night. They set up Brooklyn Kusler on the left side, and Brooklyn will get one home. Aberdeen's in a game point spot now here, 24-21. Pierre won the first match, first set, 25-23. They got the second one impressively, 25-17. Grace Myrie to serve is tentative and into the net. And a break for Pierre. That's one game point fought off. Now Pierre will send Cody Severin back to serve. She'll use the left side of the service line, come down the near sideline to Kusler. Kusler will get the set right back to her. Kitts has the dig. Up to Gronlund. Up in the air is Emery Hess, who hits him as hard as anybody on that Lady Governor side. Out of the reach of Cassidy Goff in the back rope here. Still needs one more, but it's back to a 1-point game. 23 serving 24. The Eagles will sub in. Madeline Deedy is out. Hannah Kyle, the 5'9 sophomore, in. Severin serves. Played up by Fouth in the middle of the back. It's blocked. Lefebvre is denied by the Lady Governors. There's Wiebe. There is Hess. And we have a deuce situation, if you call it that, in volleyball, 24-24. Reagan Wiebe in on her fourth block tonight. Severin. It's going to take more than 25 to win this third game. Pierre has won the last 3 points. They try to keep it going. They have a chance here through the tip, and it's good for Hess. And now the Lady Governors, who have trailed by as many as 6 in this third game, have scored the last 4, and they are at match point. Hess with her 6th kill of this set. 25-24. Fouth plays it up. Here's Kyle swinging from the left side. That's denied by Pierre. The chance for the match. Hess taps off the net. Aberdeen got its hip. Then they'll free ball it back. Kits to Gronlund again. One more try for Hess. Punched it to Kusler. Somehow kept that one alive. Kusler swings off the net. It's down. Boy, good effort there by Kenzie Cuxhouse, but the luck of the bounce off of the net is good for Brooklyn Kusler. So Aberdeen fights off a match point for Pierre, and we're tied at 25. They'll put a towel out there, get some of that perspiration off the Golden Eagle Arena floor. 25-25, and this is how we expect these two teams to be playing. On paper, we've talked about it. We talked about it 12 days ago, the last time these two teams played. On paper, there's a lot of similarities between these two teams. Gronlund tried to get that second hit over. Almost brought the net down, but it was all ball. Goff in on that too. There's a good dig in the back row. Did we have a whistle? Aberdeen's going to get a point because of another. We've seen this a few times tonight. One of those double hits. A set pass has to hit both hands simultaneously. If it happens, especially you can kind of tell if it comes out of there with a little rotation. Well, and it turns into an easy call. Now game point once again for Aberdeen Central. Severin will swing. The ball was tipped, and it's out of bounds. That's how you do it. Bumps that spike. Was that Severin or was that Hess? Now Cody Severin's not on the floor. I'm going to go with Hess again, who's had a big third set. Gronlund serves. We're tied up 26-26, and the block is there for Cuxhouse. Lexi Lefebvre tried to keep it alive, knocked it away out of bounds. I think she had to get a hit on it. I think it would have come down fair anyway, so Kenzie Cuxhouse in on the defensive side of things. Pierre has their second match point, 27-26. Aberdeen will play it up. They don't get anything on it, just a shove away from Kusler. Here's Gronlund setting up outside Cuxhouse. She'll just palm it away. Kusler with a high pass, blocked at the net. Goff, Kusler, who's got it now, blocked at the net again. Pierre has a chance. Outside Cuxhouse. There it is! Kenzie Cuxhouse through the block and down. And who'd have thunk that the Pierre Lady Governors come up to Aberdeen and they sweep the Golden Eagles on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Your final score in Game 3, 28-26. Your three-set scores, the Lady Governors, 25-23, 25-17, and 28-26. Lady Govs improved to 5-4 on the season, their first ESD victory this year. They improved to 1-3 in conference. Aberdeen loses their third straight match since beating Pierre in Pierre the last just a couple of weeks ago. They'll fall to 4-4 overall, and they are 1-3, like the Lady Governors now, also in the ESD conference. Very, very impressive win. It's going to be a fun conversation with Coach Chris Swyden when we come back in our McDonald's postgame show, which will begin in 2 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Volleyball.
Hi, I am Slade Weller, and I am Pitts Corporation's local branch manager. Pitts Corporation is a commercial architecture, construction management, and construction company serving South Dakota for over 65 years. I am a local of Pierre and have over 20 years of construction experience. With architects, estimators, project managers, superintendents, and a quality group of trade professionals on staff, Pitts Corporation is ideally set up to assist you with your future building needs. Please call 223-2440 or stop by our office on Airport Road to set up your initial free consultation.
The donut shop on the top of Euclid in Pierre is closed until further notice. The folks at the donut shop are big supporters of high school athletics, especially the Pierre Governors and Lady Governors, and they'd like to wish the Governors and Lady Governors the best of success in all of their sporting endeavors during this season. Once again, the donut shop is closed until further notice, but they want the Governors and Lady Governors to know they're behind them all the way.
Though we are still enjoying long summer days and plenty of summer heat, fall is right around the corner. Hi, this is Steve Bass from Edgewood and Pierre. Don't wait until it's too late to make arrangements for your loved one for the approaching cold winter months. We are now offering $10,000 off the first year in our private memory care apartments and $6,000 off our studio and one-bedroom apartments in assisted living. To learn more about this limited time offer or schedule a tour, call 494-3400. Again, that's 494-3400. Edgewood, this is home.
For a limited time, Oahe Federal Credit Union is having a certificate special with a 1 or 2 year rate of 2.25% APY or a 6-month certificate with 1.75 APY. Minimum certificate deposits are $1,000. Our cutoff date for this special is September 18th, 2018. Stop in at 221 East Pleasant to see Roseanne about your certificate needs today.
Well, the Pierre Lady Governors pulling the upset here in Aberdeen tonight as, they sweep Aberdeen. You don't expect these two teams this season. Well, in the last few years, obviously Aberdeen's had the upper hand in this rivalry. They've had so many great teams over the years now. A little bit of a rebuilding year, but they still have obviously a lot of great talent. But you know what? The Lady Governors are an up-and-coming squad themselves. We just don't expect 3-set matches when these two teams played this season, but that's what they had. And the Lady Govs had to rally in that third set to do it as they were down 7-1 early, but down as much. In fact, they were down game point to Aberdeen 24-21 before Pierre scored 4 in a row, in fact, to force a match point. Aberdeen got a side out to tie. They traded side outs. We were tied at 25, tied at 26. Pierre got a match point at 27-26 with a block from Kenzie Cookshouse, and then Cookshouse got the final swing of that third and clinching game to win it for Pierre 28-26. As a very exciting match here for the Lady Govs, and really, I think, showing a lot of character. Who knows what this will do to the confidence of the Lady Govs as we move forward. Got another tough match coming up on Saturday at home against a very good Mitchell squad, but the Lady Govs can celebrate this one for the time being. In the early going, and again, by the way, welcome to our McDonald's post-game show, sponsored by McDonald's in Pierre. And early on, Aberdeen scored a couple of points right off the bat, but Pierre turned the tide in game one. A close game was 8-6, leading Aberdeen leading, but Pierre scored 7 in a row to go up 13-8, and they never looked back, even though Aberdeen was within 2 or 3 points on several occasions. Of course, they got back within 23-21. Pierre got a side out to force game point. Golden Eagles scored a couple, but Pierre got the last say when they needed it, and they won game one 25-23. Meanwhile, as the Lady Govs started with a 2-0 lead in game two, the Golden Eagles got a couple of points to go up to tie them at 4-4. Then Pierce scored 5 in a row. And as I'm looking at my tally, I don't think the Lady Govs trailed in game two at any one time. So they won that one from start to finish with just one tie at 4 along the way. They won it 25-17. Lady Govs just looked very solid all night long. They did have their hitting errors, but they were making enough plays offensively, making plays defensively, and they served very well tonight too, and that's why they're the team that came out on top. Now, Aberdeen got a 3-0 start thanks to 3 hitting errors by the Lady Govs to start game number 3, and then just a few spot side outs here and there for the Lady Govs, but before you knew it, Aberdeen Central led 7-1. They in fact upped that lead to 7 at 9-2, but Pierre did not panic. They started chipping away. They got back into it, and lo and behold, back within 1 at 19-18. But the Golden Eagles again had that 24-21 lead, looking at game point. But they were the Lady Governor scored 4 in a row, and we gave you the recap once we got into extra points there. And Pierre gets the final say, 28-26. Coach Chris Swiden has joined us now. Coach, I'm going to speak for a lot of people around this state when I say, are you kidding me? I mean, that is, hey, there's a lot of mistakes still in this match, but this is about as cohesive of an offense, at least, that I'll bet you've seen all season long.
Yeah, that was, girls were stepping up all night long. It was a, team effort. We got people flying around all over the place. I mean, I don't know how many diving saves we had and popping the ball up, but, Yeah, that's what we've been talking about with the girls able to hit from multiple positions, and lots of girls that are able to get up and take a swing at it, and we demonstrated a little bit of what we're capable of today.
Obviously, we do a player of the game in this in our post game. I'm not really sure who it's going to go to right now because, like you said, I mean, there's just people contributing all over the floor, and obviously there was something in the heads of the girls that they really wanted this one tonight. They knew they could beat this team based on how you played them 12 days ago, but you came out and did it. What a big win for this team on the road in a hostile place.
Yeah, it's big. As you look towards the end of the season, this will come back and help, but it's really the level of play. We got to continue to up the ante and each day get a little bit better and better, and I thought today was even better than when we played them 2 weeks ago. So a lot's changed in, just 12 days, but there's some good play out there, and, the attitude and effort and the way they played together is really fun to be a part of. I mean, just a great group of girls.
One thing I didn't really touch on, I wanted to at times in the broadcast, but it seemed like Cody Severin really had a hot hand tonight. And Emery has had some great swings, but it almost seemed like something that at times we don't see enough. But when you have somebody who is hot, maybe just doesn't get the ball enough. But I thought Cody was getting the passes in her direction tonight. Hallie was doing a good job getting those passes out there. And hey, stick with a hot hand until somebody says nope, she's not going to score anymore.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
I mean, just keep going to that, and that's what good teams do. Though when you're in a tight situation, you're going to go to the person that's going to get it done. And you talk about Cody having the hot hand. As she was going back at 21-24, I leaned over to Stosher and go, "We got this." You got Cody going back there, and you just know that in those moments that she's going to show up and do her job. And she did a great job, gave us an opportunity even to steal it with her serve, but a couple more, and we finish it off. So, Cody obviously had a hot hand. Emery, when she gets that ball out in front of her and can put it down, she can just send some lasers out there. And so it's important to have that to keep the defense back on their heels a little bit. And you never know when it's coming. And, our goal was to get Addie a few more swings. I think we got her a few more swings, and that helped hold the defense a little bit too. So, we got to continue to get that cleaned up a little bit, but she had a couple where she showed what she can do on the right side.
And defensively, your tiny lineup. Nobody's over 5'9", but hey, you're matching them block for block. And I think the best thing about tonight is you really didn't see any consistency in getting in the system on the Aberdeen side, and that's a credit to everything that you had going on your side of the net.
Yeah, our servers really did a good job getting them out of system to start off with the serve, and that I thought was really the key, because then they were sending something easy over and we were getting in system to be aggressive and just kept the pressure on them. So that was one of the keys. Reagan Wiebe on the block today is by far the best. I mean, she was up there meeting occasional 6-footers, inch for inch, climbing the ladder to get up there with them. Kenzie Gronlund did the same, and I thought that slowed their middles down a little bit too. And if they're out of system off the net, we knew where the ball was going and continued to get it up.
Had some moments of maybe uneasiness, especially you got the 2 sets down. You win the first 2, you come out really sluggish in that third, and you start. I know you called an early timeout, and I was really happy you did that, but you had to just wonder. You had to get everybody refocused. You probably said about 5 words to them and then sent them back out there, but hey, credit right there in that timeout and the refocus after they could have really relaxed being up 2-0.
Yeah, there's some things that didn't go our way, let's phrase it that way, and luckily I didn't get a yellow card, so we were able to keep coaching the rest of the time, but they had some patience with me on that one. But that was more of what that timeout was some things aren't going to go your way. That's next point. This next point's the most important point of the match. You got to settle down and go take care of that, and then we'll deal with the point afterwards. And that's been the phrase we've been using with them for the last couple of weeks, is just stuff's going to happen. Bad plays are going to happen. Bad calls are going to happen. Let me deal with that stuff. You guys go out and do your job.
And they did. And so now you got Mitchell coming up, obviously another tougher opponent given what Mitchell has, but you played them well the first time you saw them, and now maybe with what you saw tonight, if things can keep going, I mean, hey, let's go pull another upset, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if we play like that and we can continue to clean even a few more things up, we're going to play with most teams that are out there. I mean, it was just really high level of play across the board, so there's no weak spots, there's no gaps, and that's just kept the pressure on them the whole night, which is why I thought we were able to take this, is because we just kept going and going and going and going at them. So that'll be the same thing against Mitchell. Mitchell's going to be, a fairly similar opponent that we're going to face. They got big outsides and Brewster, and Carly in the middle is going to pose some different things that they try and do with her than what we saw today. But overall, I think these teams Mitchell and Aberdeen are pretty similar in ability, so it's a good test to see where we're at.
All right, looking forward to it. We'll see you on Saturday night, Coach. Congratulations, good win tonight up here in Aberdeen.
All right, thank you.
Chris Swyden, the Lady Gov head coach, as the Lady Govs sweep Aberdeen Central here at Golden Eagle Arena. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. More of the McDonald's postgame with the stats and the scoring. We've got your big play of the game. We've got your player of the game, all to announce. There's still plenty more to come. Stay with us. More to come, as this is the Lady Governor postgame on River 92.7.
McDonald's in Pierre is hiring. This is Stacy Lee, the general manager of the Pierre McDonald's. We are offering flexible scheduling, advancement opportunities, along with great wages. McDonald's in Pierre wants you. McDonald's in Pierre is looking to add more talent starting at $10 an hour. Plus, McDonald's Archways to Opportunity provides eligible employees online program to get your high school diploma for free. Tuition assistance up to $3,000 a year and scholarships. Apply online at mcdonalds.com/careers or stop in at McDonald's in Pierre.
Hey, it's the old top Gator here with Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Gators is proud of our Repeater Eater punch card promotion that's been going strong since 1987. With qualified purchases, you get a punch, and once your Gators punch card is full, you receive a free menu item. It's just another way we can say thank you for being a Repeater Eater at Gators. And remember, Mondays and Tuesdays are always double punch days. Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza.
Gotta go to Gators. Gotta go to Gators. Gotta go to Gators Pizza Pasta Subs.
Top of the morning, TMA. This John may help you.
At TMA, top-notch service begins the moment you call for an appointment. John at TMA believes in customer service and quality work. When you need tires repaired or replaced, TMA is the place to go. Just remember, if it's round, rubber, and rolls, it's at TMA. You can count on TMA for all of your automotive needs, from tires to mufflers to all automotive repairs. Call TMA at 224-6167, and your service begins with...
Good morning, TMA. This John may help you.
Experience the difference with Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center. Pierre Care and Rehab is proud of their 5-star overall rating according to Medicare.org, the official regulatory body of nursing homes. Along with their 5-star care center, they provide short-term targeted rehabilitation services, close observation, and skilled nursing after illness or surgery. Now accepting applications for CNA starting at $14.50 an hour after certification. Call 224-8628. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center, your pathway to independence.
Welcome back to Aberdeen Central. The Lady Governors sweep Aberdeen tonight again, 25-23, 25-17, 28-26. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. In all of the excitement of things that have gone on tonight, we actually forgot to do something, an order of business here in the middle of our broadcast when we get to halftime. Obviously, it's kind of hard to pick out halftime in a volleyball broadcast, but should have, in a previous break, gone with a halftime sponsor. Halftime in our broadcast on River 92.7 are brought to you by Leiden & Associates and Ameriprise Financial. Why don't we give you a halftime break of our postgame, and we're back with more of the postgame after you hear this.
Since 1894, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. I'm Rick Doctor, a financial advisor with Leiden & Associates, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, Incorporated. I remain true to the vision of always putting clients first. I am ready to help you get where you want to be. Office is located in Northridge Plaza, Pierce, South Dakota. Ameriprise Financial Services, Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Leiden & Associates, Ameriprise Financial, our halftime sponsor, but caught up to here in the postgame as we continue. With the Lady Gov sweep, here's the stats, and then we've got big plays and your player of the game still to come. A great conversation with Coach Swyden. He's happy. I'm sure everybody in green is going to enjoy the bus ride back home this evening. Big stat tonight, 41-27. Of course, these are all unofficial, but that's the kill numbers that I've got. Pierre with 41 to Aberdeen Central's 27. They're led by Emery Hess with 13 kills unofficially. Cody Severin next in line with 12. Addie Smith with good production. She's got 9. Kenzie Cuxhouse had 4 big ones, 3 in the first one, but hey, if you're going to wait to get a fourth one, it might as well be the last sweep clinching kill, and that was Kenzie Cook's fourth and final in this one. A couple of kills from the setter, Hallie Gronlund, another one from Reagan Wiebe, who was quiet on offense, but she led the defensive charge. In on 4 blocks tonight was Reagan to lead the defensive presence at the net for the Lady Govs, who had 8 blocks overall. A couple of doubles, but 6 solos as well. I do have Pierre for 6 aces, 2 aces apiece for Wiebe and for Addie Smith, and 3 service errors for the Lady Govs. 27 hitting errors, though, and that's the one thing that I still want to see Pierre get those numbers down, but they played well enough every other place around the court to be able to offset some of those hitting errors. And when you have when you play like what we saw tonight, I think that's all right to have some of those numbers balloon just a little bit. Aberdeen did have 27 kills, again to Pierre's 41. Nobody in double figures. Cassidy Goff will lead the way with 8. They get 5 from Brooklyn Hofer, 5 from Brooklyn Kusler, who was pretty much neutralized tonight. Good job, Lady Govs. Also 5 from Lexi Lefebvre, 2 kills each from Madeline Dede, and from the setter, Grace Myrie. Add to that 5 solo blocks. Brooklyn Hofer with 2 of them, 3 others with 1 each. The Golden Eagles had just 4 service aces with 8 service errors tonight. Only 16 hitting errors, not a bad number to Pierre's 27, but again, the Lady Govs make enough plays elsewhere to get the sweep here tonight. A lot of big plays in this one as we move ahead in our McDonald's postgame. We've got big plays to talk about, and our big plays of the game are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics. We'll hear from them, and we'll try to tell you when the big play occurred here in this 3-set win for the Lady Govs on River 92.7.
Dr. Brian Hermanson is proud to return home and serve Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that's not only comfortable but has a quality first emphasis. They believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, they can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Big plays of this match from Hermanson Endodontics, and we talked about it a little bit with Coach Chris Swyden. When the Lady Govs win Game 2 to go up 2-0, and they did not trail at all in that third set, but then you see things going bad a little bit, and it looked like Aberdeen Central was going to be able to take advantage maybe of some relaxed play on the part of the Lady Govs, down 9-2 at one point, but the way the Lady Govs started chipping away, and then ultimately once they got those 4 points to go from 21-24 down, they staved off 3 set points to Aberdeen Central. They actually got a match point for themselves. It did take some extra points, but they end up getting that final block from Kenzie Cuxhouse plus that final kill from Cuxhouse, and they win it 28-26. So again, chipping away from an early, fairly sizable deficit in game number 3 is the big play of this match for the Lady Govs, who win it in 3. Sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics, and we appreciate them for being a part of our post-game show. That leads us into, of course, our player of the game, and we've got a lot of people we could pick on here as far as players of the game, and we'll just have to make a decision. Why don't we think about it? You hear this from Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre, and we have your Cowboy Country Store player of the game next.
There's a reason they call it Champs Chicken. It knocks out the competition hands down. Stop by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre and pick up a 12-piece bucket of Champs Chicken for just $17.99. Cowboy Country Stores feature pizza, appetizers, potato salad, and coleslaw, coffee, iced coffee, cappuccino, and lattes, plus fresh brewed iced tea. Cowboy Country Stores on Harrison and in Fort Pierre also serve breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Eggs, omelets, breakfast meats, and toast. Also serving breakfast pizza, great for the mornings or the office. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores, Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores, player of the game. Well, let's see. First of all, for Aberdeen Central, continue. I'm always impressed with Cassidy Goff, the way she comes up and hits. She hits with authority at that front line. She did lead the Golden Eagles with 8 kills, but this was not, I just don't think we saw a typical Aberdeen Central performance, and you got to give credit to the way the Lady Govs played. Total team effort tonight, according to Coach Swiden, and we certainly agree with that. You got Reagan Wiebe in on 4 blocks. You've got people like Addie Smith getting those numbers, especially on the outside right. You've got Kenzie Cuxhouse coming up big, and she's playing a little bit more now, both back row and front row. A lot of credit to Abby Kitts, letting very few balls hit the floor. I thought Hannah Jerome may have played one of her better defensive matches of the season as well. But you're looking at the hitters at Emery Hess at 13. She hit very well tonight, but I still thought, like we talked about with Coach Swiden, I thought Cody Severin was the hot hand tonight, and they just kept feeding her the ball. Sometimes that hasn't happened when you wanted it to in Lady Governor recent memory, but tonight that was the case, and I thought Cody's hitting with a purpose was the big key in this match tonight. She served well, has 12 kills to lead the way, and Cody Severin is tonight's player of the game. The 5'8 junior gets the T-shirt in the name of River 92.7, and Cowboy Country Stores noting her accomplishments, and I wouldn't say leading her team, but contributing to the effort, which everybody contributed to tonight. And Severin is our player of the game. That's sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores of Pierre and Fort Pierre. So we look ahead for the Lady Governors. They'll host Mitchell at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. That will be a 7 o'clock start. Mitchell, by the way, they won the first 2 sets against Sioux Falls Roosevelt tonight, but Roosevelt got 3 and 4. Now they're going to a 5th down there in Mitchell. So Mitchell will be coming in off of a couple of 5-set, at least one 5-set match, and we'll see what they have against the Lady Govs. They beat Pierre in 3 the last time they met early season, but that was still a little tighter than a 3-set sweep would normally indicate. Should be a good one. 7 o'clock. Join us Saturday night. I'll have the call on that one. Rod Fisher goes to Brookings tomorrow night to follow the number 1 ranked Pierre Governors as they take on number 3 Brookings. In Brookings, should be a good ball game. Rod's pregame starts at 6:25, and the kickoff comes your way at 7 o'clock here on River 92.7, drgnews.com. Rod will also have the video stream up from the Dike, Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium, the home of SDSU. But should be a good one. Join us tomorrow night for high school football as well. Into next week, as far as the Lady Gov volleyball are concerned, we go to Brandon Valley on Tuesday night. We'll have that match for you, 6 o'clock Tuesday. The Lady Govs will host Yankton on a football Friday night due to high school football. We will not carry that Yankton match, but the Lady Govs will host what might be the number 1 team in the state when they come to town next week, Sioux Falls O'Gorman. That'll be Saturday night, and that also will be a 7 o'clock first serve. So we've got, by the way, just for what it's worth, all Lady Governor matches the rest of the way, with the exception of Friday night next week against Yankton and October 9th when Pierre goes to Watertown. Those 2 we will not be carrying, but we will have every other Lady Governor match here on River 92.7 for the rest of the season. I want to thank Brady Roseland for joining us tonight and running the show. As technical director, we certainly thank you for joining us as well. We thank the Lady Govs for giving us a great show here in Aberdeen, too. Lady Governor Volleyball has been brought to you on your official home of the Govs and Lady Govs by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who reminds you on your way to or from the matches or anywhere, anytime, it's better left unread than dead. Don't text and drive, thanks to the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Tonight's game is brought to you by your sports marketing sponsors, including Bank West, the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, Beck Motors, Avera Medical Group, Dairy Queen, Overhead Door, and Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota. Also brought to you by Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center, TMA, Gators Pizza, Pasta, and Subs, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Edgewood Senior Living, and the Donut Shop in Pierre. Lady Governor Sports also sponsored by the Puts Corporation, by Fisher Rounds and Associates, Lynn's Dakota Mart, First Dakota National Bank, by May Adam, Montana Dakota Utilities, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, and by Arby's Restaurant. Games brought to you within the broadcast by Becky Potsova, State Farm Insurance, Smith Plumbing, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, by Olson Plumbing, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Leiden & Associates, McDonald's, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Keep in mind, not only do we have the live stream up and running for all Governor broadcasts and Lady Governor broadcasts on YouTube.com, the River 92.7 channel, you can also go back to that YouTube channel and you'll be able to view this game in replay format from YouTube and the Dakota Radio Group channels on that fine website. Your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard, a 3-game sweep for the Lady Govs in upset format, 25-23, 25-17, 28-26. For Brady Roseland, for Rod Fisher, I'm Brian Oakland, Dakota Radio Group Sports. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Hey, see you, Brian. Have a good night.
You bet. Thanks.